Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 9.11, and of course we are currently invading the Soviet Union as Germany. So let's deal with some of our British raids in Libya. Deutsches Afrika Require. Okay, again we revolverheld. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, where is happening? Yeah, right here. Okay, so that shouldn't be happening. But so a bug needs just better checks. Finish SS battalion. Okay. Yes, the pact is over, so we're removing our German-Soviet commercial agreement. Vichy reaction to Operation Barbarossa. Although the Soviet Union maintained full diplomatic relations with the Vichy government, these were broken after Vichy supported the Reich during Operation Barbarossa. Consequently, this led to an increased communist underground activities in Vichy. Okay. Okay. So, increase that. Tanks are made. We've got big enough stockpiles, so... Cool down, yes. New Panzer Corps. Okay, we can afford that for manpower. Bulgarian war situation, April 42. Proven by a thorough OKW analysis, the Bulgarian capabilities any closer to cooperation with them will possibly allow increase in Bulgarian military potential. Shall we proceed? Help our Axis friends. Supplies, metal, money. Okay, yeah, Hungarian war situation, similar sorts of thing. We're running out of money. Assign roles to the security roles to the rad. Yes. Oh, great. Manpower. Lovely, 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 lovely. Establish SS replacement commands in occupied countries. Why the money? Why the money? It's in occupied countries. Okay. Dutch SS volunteers, right. Okay. Partisan Republic of Uzis was a short-lived liberated Yugoslav territory and was the first liberated territory in World War II. Europe, organized by a military mini-state that existed in autumn 41. It occupied Yugoslavia, more specifically the western part of the territory of the military command in Serbia. The republic was established. Partisans, okay. Okay. German-Romanian trade agreement, 1942. Besides absolute readiness profile, was largest Axis troop contributor to the war against the Soviets. Marshal Antonescu further affirmed the Reich by increasing the already very high crude oil deliveries to German war machine under oil for weapons. Okay. Technical support. Let us trade. Crude oil, great. Yep. We'll do that. Germany provides instructors to Romania. Yeah, I use that picture for an event. Almost the same event for Hearts of Iron 4. Keitel meets with Hungarian leadership. Oh, neutron pulsar. No, we started with Hearts of Iron 4 earlier, and it's the same stream, and I just haven't changed it. So I don't know whether you would think that would be good news or bad news, but no, it doesn't look like it isn't that. Okay, Keitel meets with Hungarian leadership for the sake of arranging details. Okay, convince them. Again, revolverheld, I think we might want to have a yes or no on this. Oh man, we're getting hit with lots of events here. Okay, Goering meets with Mussolini in Rome during the visit of Hermann Goering to Italy in late January 42. The Il Duce assured his German guests that of the promise of 2 army corps would be available in March 42, while the other one within a few weeks later. Okay, speed up the reaction. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, Mussolini prepares Italy for a long war in Russia. Okay, well, don't know why that would necessarily, well, yeah, it isn't going to hurt us because we've obviously won in the Mediterranean, so yes. And we will form this one. Heavy Panzer unit. Okay, need another Panzer General for this. Yep, good. We'll send them down here. Yes, and this is going to be a real challenge going after the Soviet Union, but we wanted to see what the situation here is. Okay, so scripted invasion happened here. They've got a port, so they're supplied, so they're going to do well. Well, let's give them an allied objective. Maybe the AI will pay attention to it. I don't know. I doubt it, but take that port so you can get supplies. Take this port so you can get supplies. I know I'm... Well, they seem to be doing okay there, but they haven't been rampaging down Malaya at the moment. They've got a port up here, which is good, so they're fighting the Filipinos there and going to succeed, I believe. And oh, they're down here. They got some ports, so they'll do okay, I think. As long as they get ports, mostly they'll do okay. I'm not saying everything is perfect or everything is wonderful. This is sort of, this area is sort of the worst. No air bases around except for here. Okay, well, and let's give that as an allied objective so that maybe they'll go into there and get that base. That's sort of the situation in the Pacific, and we are okay. You're still moving in there, and you're still attacking against that. Lots of forces. Keep pushing there. You're in good shape. And we're pushing them east into the darkest of Africa. Okay, so we've broken out across there. They're now moving. Okay, so what we're going to do here is click down. Okay. Yep, you can cross the river. You can cross as well. Got a lot of extra units here, but we want to get you guys moving now that you're no longer attacking. But go. Go down there. You can go across. You're gonna go fast. You come down here. Cop comes down here. No. Okay. Now these guys here. They're all going to keep pushing. East. Okay. Keep going. You can support the attack. You, I want to join this and come up this way. Okay, good. The Soviets are leaving this front here, and we're going to let them leave, and then we're going to attack out those guys once they've left. Oh, we made it into here. Great. Attack there. Yeah. We attack into the swamp. We attack into there, and let's add a supply convoy. Come out of what? This game? No. Why didn't I see Rekia? Oh, that's weird. Maybe there is some sort of limit. Come out of Paula and go to there. So now we have supplies flowing in there, and okay, good. Now that looks fairly good. Get on board. Go there. Oh, well, okay, no, that's fine. Okay. That's fine. Now, let's grab these guys. Put you on board. And you guys are on board. And, well, not much else is very good here at the moment. Let's send you guys. See if we can take, well, yeah, let's see. Take Sebastopol. With those, the Marines might be able to do it. Okay, they're pushing in. Oh, okay. And I think okay. General von Klinkerhoffen. This is part of Hello mod TV series, whatever. Major General von Klinkerhoffen commands the province's garrison forces. He is a very strict enforcer of German occupation, and he is willing to have French peasants shot when anything goes wrong. Shoot them. So now out here. Now we got a bunch of stuff. Oh, even more, even more, even more, even more. Okay. Oh well. Okay. Didn't think we had that many, but okay. So now we have a little bigger garrison. Oh, come on, stop doing that. And to the New Vion garrison. And so there we go. We've got a small garrison force. Okay. No separate peace agreement signed. Access. No separate. Japan first pressed Germany to join the war with the United States on December 2nd, 41, only 2 days after notifying Berlin of its intention to go to war. Oh, so they did get a heads up. Okay, I didn't know if they did or didn't. Receiving no response. Japan approached Italy. Morning, Ribbentrop gave the Japanese ambassador a proposal, which had already been approved by Italy to join the war and prosecute it jointly. December 11th, 41, same day declaration of war against the United States. Tallinn Declaration. Okay. Together we are stronger. Okay. Gain unity. Okay. Formed the 13th Flak Brigade. Okay. Yes. Fomug. 42 Wassermann. Radars long range. Height radar built by Germany during World War II. The radar was development of the Freya and operated during World War II. Okay, so we can do 1,000 supplies, gain some radar or not necessary. Well, we've got the supplies, but just barely. We are producing a lot of supplies, but let's produce even more. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to cut into. Oh, we need that. That's why we're having such problems. Okay. In fact, let's just do a little bit more. Okay, recruitment in Belgium. Drive recruitment in Belgium for the SS. Good. Hungary allows recruitment of ethnic Germans. Most of those were going into the SS, I believe. German-Turkish trade agreement 1941. During most of the war, Turkey sought to balance the needs and expectations of Germany and the Axis on the one hand and those of the Allies on the other. Thus, while being a major trading partner with Germany, Turkey maintained its friendly relations with the Allies, which provided Turkey with modern military equipment, who sought to minimize the effects of Turkey's export to Germany. Okay, so cost us money, which we don't even have. We're going into deficit. We can decide not to, but metal and supplies relations improve. What are our current relations with Turkey? Okay, Turkey, where? Okay, Turkey. Okay, we'll do that. Hungary sends the first air brigade, new air brigade, Eastern Front, so we get Hungarian air. Supplies, lose manpower. Hungary does. We lose supplies. Okay. Okay. Hitler takes control of the OKW the first years of the war. They're needed. Okay, commander. No, thank you. We're not going to do that. Not for any benefits. The Hitler Mannerheim recordings. I've heard some of these. Don't understand them, but I've heard them. The Hitler Mannerheim recordings was a secret voice recording of a private conversation between Adolf Hitler and Field Marshal Mannerheim. Held the second Finnish engineer. Yeah, I don't know. What's interesting about this is I think it's the only recordings of conversational Hitler when Hitler wasn't making a speech. So he sounds different. Now Germans will probably be able to get more out of it than I ever will. But it's just sort of him talking naturally, and he sounds to me very odd. But hey, that's just me hearing him in this foreign language, so I don't know what a German would think of it. Marshal Antonescu meets Hitler. Lose money, supplies, popularity, NSB, Romania gains popularity. Okay. Romania was asked by the German Reich to contribute large number of troops. Okay, well, fine. Again, I want and another Schreier Abteilung. Want a choice on those. That's all I want is a choice on them. Even if it's all positive, I still sort of want a choice. Don't we? Oh, we've done that past it. That's why. There we are. Okay, let's get a Panzer leader for this. Not SS. No, let's probably hopefully pass somebody, but we may be running out. Okay, he'll do. Where are they? They're in Erfurt. Okay, send them this way. Okay, they want supplies, yes. They want supplies. Okay, so we're battling them out here, cool. Uh-oh, SA brigade shattered and we lost here. Okay, well, you attack. Probably should have attacked earlier with you guys. Mostly hoping just to create a really good pocket around everything here. I want to look at this map. Okay. Croatians shattered down here. They've been on the defensive. Okay, you guys come this way. You guys are still going there. Good. Keep moving. Okay, well. You attack. Send in the Romanians. Pushing fast there. Lots of forces. You can use these core HQs as occupational forces. Okay, good. So, minus a little bit of metal and supplies. But we're increasing rare materials, that's very good. And we're winning there, we're pushing fairly deep, good. Mark Blatt, I thought this was interesting. It's a little just booklet, instruction booklet for soldiers and staff personnel of the Air Force traveling from the Reich to Norway or from Norway to the Reich. Just information on, you know, where the railway station is and whatnot, moving around Norway. So, very early event for TRE. Romanian war situation, July 41, proven. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Shall we proceed? Help our Axis friends. Well, we're already in a deficit for money. Yes, I guess so. Nice photo. 14th. Yes. Wehrmacht enjoys French garrisons. Yes. Topless dancers. Occupied Norway. Okay. Hitler requests troops for the... Okay, relations change. Negotiate. Again, I really would want options for this, even if it's always a good thing. Just give the player a perceived sense of control. Those were attached. Somehow they became unattached. Will you remove NHQ or something? Okay, well, you're here. Got a little Yalta. Well, we can fly in supplies, so that won't be a real serious problem. Okay, you guys are specifically set up to be fast divisions, and fairly light. See if we can take some of this stuff. They're just, well, that may not be doable, but they're meant to go really fast. I don't know why these are going so slow right now. Weather, terrain. Okay, come on, guys. Peel off this pocket here. Okay, landing craft flotillas have advanced. Good. We'll stop that. All improvements to transports and single engine fighter prototypes have advanced. Good. I think that's grayed out. Yes. British raids in the Adriatic. Okay, again, this shouldn't be happening here. Okay. Oh, we had this outbreak. We didn't do anything about it. We don't want to get that. You guys can take care of that. Yes, Italy, you need to deal with some of that. Finland establishes Winter Warfare School. At the request of German High Command, the Finns established a dedicated Winter Warfare School. It began its first 2 months course for Germans, officers and NCOs in December 41, the summer. Okay. General Erfurt. Okay. Yeah. Supplies gain. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Hitler and Mussolini confer in Salzburg from the 28th to the 30th of April 1942. Hitler and Mussolini confer in Salzburg and the Berghof. Mussolini was assured that the second campaign against the Soviet Union would successfully be carried out, dealing with a fatal blow. Okay, very useful. I would have this as a need to have a clock set or something. Like that photo. Very good photo. For the invasion to have happened earlier. Sorry, I haven't been looking up. Yes, you don't need, yeah, actually into the Caucasus Mountains, yeah, that is not a good path for Das Reich. Yeah, Django's made at least one very good AAR that I know of. I haven't read it all, but I've skimmed through parts of it, and it's very well done. Definitely a skill I don't have to really do properly. And so I make videos and mods and other things, but not that. towards Odessa. Oh, you need a divisional leader. He's probably got pulled away for some other thing. You know, it'll disrupt your command, but you go there then. And there, and you can join that attack. Put that in there. Faster. Push deep, push deep, push deep. Bypass these guys, go deep. You guys keep moving. Okay, we won the battle for Odessa. Okay, form the whatever core. Okay. We are, well, put production back to things away from reinforcements. Okay. Forward. You can join that attack. You can move forward. You can join that attack. You can forward. Forward. Okay, smallish pocket here. You're up to here. That's good. You're coming, they're all coming. So you come to here. You attack into here. But you're pushing deep. So you're going to exhaust yourselves attacking me, and I'm going to attack back out, or attack back in, or whatever. Okay, wow, a lot of stuff just clicked over. Okay, twin engine transport airplane prototypes have advanced, fine. We'll stop that. I'll put that far ahead on that one. Okay, uprisings in France, it looks like. Okay. All over France. everywhere in France. If it's French, there was an uprising. So let's see. But at least mostly it looks like. Okay, La Resistance Française. And she's fine. Okay, well, even more stuff show up. Okay. Yeah, more. Okay, military occupation for France to deal with that. But we lose 50 manpower? Ah! I know we got a bunch from other things, but still 50 manpower. Synthetic gasoline. Yes, we want the plant. We'll gain a bit more technical oil branch for Dawa. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll take that. Another core. Prepare German-Finnish trade agreement. Yes, okay. Okay, you're not out in combat, so you're going to attack there. You're in combat, so we're going to wait. Yeah, hopefully you'll do good. You can attack there. Ooh, I don't like this at all. I don't like that they take rows in German territory. I don't like that at all. There is a yeah, that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Yeah, our forces are under attack. Yeah, I understand. Well, yeah, I'm looking at it from also a modern sort of perspective and a historic, because even if these are super weak, it's still just going to disrupt. And how did we have out here? Okay, well, okay, Flieger Fuhrer, go down and kill them. I forgot. Okay, we won, we won. We're gonna win in most of these places. Okay, right. You go there. You go here. Just losing the. These do have some. Well, maybe they don't have ICs. I thought they did. Maybe not as big a deal as I thought. Shift, and we can do some more research. Well, we're pretty well caught up on most of that. Or we're actively researching. Oh, we could do this. There we go. Just a small percentage of one thing, but still it's useful. Okay. Come up, get across the river. Come right along behind them. Go that way. Come that way. Definitely not against the idea of these uprisings. It's just sort of where and how big are they and that kind of thing is what I'm most concerned about. Yeah, I'm broke. How best to deal with that? We're no longer buying anything from the Soviet Union, nor are we selling anything to the Soviet Union. So it's stopping a lot of my trades. Let's see, who do we want to stop? Portugal. Yeah. Let's stop the fuel. That's expensive. We don't really need it. I was doing that just to try to get them to be friendlier. So we'll do that. That may help get things back down. All these money costs the things. Money means nearly nothing during a wartime like this. Industrial capacity. Let's look at the terrain. Gross Deutschland. Not really sure what the real thought behind all that this event change, but okay, whatever. Where do we have victory points out here? Okay. We have resources. Things. No. From here to there. Can help that attack out. You guys get to move forward. Winning out there. Well, we're bombing their transports. Darian in there, and you still have one. Why I hate these damn swamps. Mobile division. light infantry into the swamps. Okay, radar for cruisers has advanced. That's good. Means I think we come over here and medium warship radar. Great. Romanian leadership celebrates first Axis victories. Few months into the Operation Barbarossa after intensive. Okay, okay, good. They improve our relations and they lose dissent. Reorganize the Reich for Gerunschat. Okay, yes. RFR was created under Reich Ministry, centralized planning, all basic and military. Yes, we have an event in TRE for that way back then in 37. With the exception of aeronautic research. In June 42, Adolf Hitler issued a decree reorganizing the RFR as a separate legal entity under the Reich Ministry of Armament and Ammunition. The RFM was also initiated the recall of approximately 5,000 scientists and engineers from active military duty so that they could devote their talents to research and development. By the end of the war, the number recalled reached 15,000. Okay, so we can reorganize this and lose some supplies. We're making lots of supplies and gain lots of stuff and get more research functions. Leadership. See, we already have. No, we don't have anything here. Maybe it's a research bonus. Don't know. Forget right now. Okay. Research efficiency, or no, we'll do this. Maybe some other negative effects, but fine. I do want to do good research. Got that. You guys come in. We are sending in supplies, aren't we? Yep. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Main cause for the Russian campaign and failure. Hitler was a very big cause of it. Maybe not the main cause. The main cause was just the lack of preparedness for Germany to be able to sustain operations long enough to achieve victory. And if that isn't clear enough, let me sort of explain it. Cool. Took out a light cruiser. Talked about this in an episode you'll be seeing in a day or two before that I made before this. There's two basic, in my mind, there's two basic types of warfare. One is a war of or battle, or whatever you want to call it, of maneuver and decision. And a very good example of that would, of course, be Fall Gelb and taking smaller tank forces and all that type of stuff, and attack in and through France very rapidly and defeating a much larger forces. The other type of warfare is sort of war of attrition. Yeah, I that's part of it, Arno, but it just it comes down to, is it a war of attrition? And of course, a famous war of attrition would be the First World War, particularly the Western Front. You know, it's a war of attrition. Okay, so those are the two basic types. So you can have a smaller force. You can look like, say, the Confederacy. If it's a war of maneuver and decision, the Confederacy could have won. You know, won the Battle of Manassas. Some people call it Bull Run, and was just too disorganized. It thought. I don't think it was. It was, but it could have come into Washington D.C. and taken it. I think the people in the capital either fled or surrendered. But so when Lee and Jackson and crew were able to do maneuvers, and you can look at the Valley Campaign and some of the other stuff, they can maneuver and create battles of decision and win it. But if they can't do it fast enough, the North is always going to win because it can outproduce both manpower and production. And so if it's a war of attrition, the North is always going to win. Okay. Had Germany had a war of decision and maneuver, fighting against... You need more backup here. Yeah, I'll leave the police and send you over. I'll just walk. Was able to have a war of maneuver and decision and sustain it to the first to the coast. Obviously, we know of the delay at Dunkirk, but to the coast and then to Paris. Okay. What it didn't have, and so this army, and it gets even more mobile, it gets put on the Eastern Front. And it just doesn't have the, if you will, logistical capacity, the ability to move supplies, move fuel, move maintenance, be able to maintain trucks and tanks and aircraft, to maintain them long enough to achieve goals. And I know Django's been reading a lot about Eastern Front as well, Barbarossa and such, but it's my contention that there was more tanks lost, at least temporarily, due to inability to maintain them than were lost in combat. So you can look at the daily returns. How many tanks does a division, a brigade, or whatever have able to function today? And they were down to less than quarter strength by the time they were getting to near the outskirts of Moscow. And the whole army is this way. It doesn't have the ability to sustain the operations at an operation tempo to do it. So they just did not have the logistical abilities. So as earlier mentioning the railways, had they had a plan in to have the railways converted faster and then ship enough supplies, they just couldn't keep it going. So it turns into a war of attrition. Once it's a war of attrition, and all to turn into a war of attrition, one side just has to not lose. So once it's a war of attrition, Germany's going to lose because the Soviets have the ability to produce, and the Allies have the ability to supply the Soviets as well as fight a war of attrition. So that's sort of it. We can talk about the focus on Moscow or focus on pockets to trap the army. And we can talk about some of the, shall we say, tactical or strategic decisions made at any one point. And you're right, they do have an impact on things. And I'm just sitting here thinking we have not been pushing here. And I should be. With more forces. Okay. Push. Everybody goes east. At least to there. You could use a commander. So that's sort of the thing. They will always lose if it's a war of attrition. But if you can do it fast enough, quick enough. But they couldn't. They just couldn't sustain it. And I think on that note, it's a good note to end the episode here. as we try to do a war of decision against the Soviet Union to see if we can keep that flowing and pushing, and that versus a war of attrition, though I'm afraid it may turn into a war of attrition because we started it a bit late and we're a bit under strength. So we will see how my invasion goes. This is the invasion that I am most concerned about of any that I've done, I think, except for that one sort of experimental 1940 invasion that just lucked out that I won, but this is that I've sort of prepared for. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often, and of course you haven't, or if you would like the videos, I do appreciate that. That helps. And please post questions, comments, suggestions. Love to hear your ideas on what factors you think the war in the East turned around, and why didn't it work because of that. So see you next time for more Hearts of Iron.